Alright, hello everyone, it's Acro, and today we're looking at Bitcoin that just had a massive week to the upside from 62k all the way to 80k in a single weekly candle. And given this strength, a lot of people are expecting a continuation to the upside, but I'm here to tell you that we've just hit a major resistance at 78k, and I have actually taken a short exactly from here. And in this video, I want to go over what's most likely between us going up or down from there and why I have taken this short. Then we'll look at the targets to the downside if we continue to go down, because there are some very strong levels right below us, and if we reach them, we might never get there ever again. And finally, we'll look at what if I'm wrong and we continue to go up, then what are the targets to the upside. So let's not waste any more time and start with what's right in front of us, and it's the Bitcoin rainbow wave. It's one of our favorite indicators on this channel, and in every past video, I've been telling you how we are at the bottom of the wave, we are at the bottom of the rainbow bands, and how this is clearly a zone to be expecting a bottom and a move up, and that's exactly what we've got. And this time around, it's telling us that we are most likely getting a resistance here, because look at the white wave in the middle. It's a significant level that is often support and resistance, and we have not hit it since October 2024. And when you look at how we react from it in prior bear markets, here you can see how it's resistance a lot of the times, or there. Over here, we shot up to the white wave, and what came next was a major move to the downside. Same thing here, for example. So that's why I really think that this level is significant, and it's the first reason why I expect this resistance exactly where we are at 78k. But it's not the only reason, there's an even stronger one, and it's based on these bear market channels. I've made a dedicated video weeks ago where I talked about how every bear market has a specific channel, and the bull market starts once we break above it. There's often a retest like here or there, but as long as we stay inside it, then we are still in the bear market. And when we look at where we are today, this was the bear market channel we established in that video. And the reason we chose this as the most likely channel for this bear market is the precision of the touches of the intermediate levels, so of each rainbow line here. For example, until recently we've been stuck under the yellow, and now we've shot up all the way up to the red line, which is the expected top of the channel. And when you look at this white path here, it's something that we've drawn out weeks ago, where we were expecting a move up and then a rejection from the top of this channel. And so far, that's exactly what we've got. So right now we are missing, of course, the second part of the move, which is down. And when we get a resistance here, whether it is a strong move down or we just keep ranging here, once we finally break out of it, this will be a very strong signal that we have actually started a brand new bull market. But until then, it is resistance. And now look at what happens if I put the Bitcoin rainbow wave back on. These two strong levels we've just talked about, so the red line here, which is the top of the channel, and the middle white wave, are both lined up exactly here at 78k. So these are the main reasons why I've taken a short from here, and I'm expecting lower in the short term. And I've actually made a post on the channel 2 days ago when we were exactly at 78k about how I was expecting a resistance exactly here. And right now we've already started to move down. So make sure to be subscribed and turn on notifications to not miss the next updates. So if we keep going down from here, then the obvious question is, where is the next support before we go back up? And you don't have to look very far, because look at the strength of the orange line here in this bear market channel. In terms of resistance, it's been very strong resistance here, there, here, there. It was a perfect top again. And as I often say on this channel, when there's a strong resistance and it's broken, it becomes a very strong support on the way back down. So really my first target for this short is coming back down to the orange line and expecting a support here. Now this is a line that moves over time, but just to give you an idea, right now it's at 69k, and at the end of September it will be at 67k. And of course, if we start to actually break the orange line, for example, if we do something like this, then the next target is the yellow line, which is way lower at around 60k. And once again, I'll update you when we get there. But these are not the only targets to the downside, because if we zoom out, in our previous videos, we've talked about some of the most relevant pitchforks. Here's the first one from the previous cycle, taken from this low to this high to this low. And notice how there is a deviation zone between the yellow and the orange lines, and it has coincided with major tops and bottoms on price. And right now it is right below us. So once again, it will be logical to fall within this area, somewhere between 60 and 65k, because we have not actually touched the yellow line. Then there's another very strong pitchfork, which instead of being taken from this low is taken from this one here. And once again, here you have deviations between the light and dark pink, and they also have coincided with tops and bottoms, as we can see here. And together, there is this area that is below us, And I wouldn't be surprised if in the coming weeks and months we come all the way down just to actually come into these areas. And just like historically they have marked major tops and bottoms, we should also expect this to be a macro bottom if we get down there, and we expect a continuation to the upside. And it will also make kind of sense with what we've seen on the Bitcoin rainbow wave, where we will see a rejection from the white line, a move back down to the purple or the truncation here. And it would also make sense in terms of this here is the 200 simple moving average. And notice how in prior cycles, Bitcoin likes to bounce from it and then retest it a few times before continuing higher. For example, here, retested, retested. Over here, once it's broken up, it's retested twice. And right here we had the first bounce, and I wouldn't be surprised if we come back down again to retest it once more. So right now it's at around 65k, and it kind of lines up with what we've seen so far. So to sum up the downside targets and where I will be taking profits from this short, the first target will be anywhere along this orange line there. And the second area of interest right below us is this blue line here, which has been perfect support and here resistance. And it comes from this pitchfork that I've never actually shown, but it's a really strong one, especially this blue line here, which has been incredible over the years in calling the tops and bottoms. So that's why if we continue to go down, the first zone I would look at is this intersection right here between, let's say, 69 and 68k. And the second one would be these two levels of the previous pitchforks we've looked at. And these range from 62 to 66k. It's a bit different to tell because it moves up over time. But of course, if we get there, I will update you. And if we get down there, both of these levels will probably mark a strong reaction to the upside. Now, up until now, we've looked at the downside targets because of this resistance here that we've seen in the beginning of the video. So we are expecting a move down. But what if we're wrong? Then what can we expect? We'll see that right now. So the first obvious reason why we might continue to go up is the sheer size of this candle. We've not seen anything like this in years. And it's true that usually on Bitcoin, when there's a huge green candle, there's often a continuation to the upside, especially after bear markets. For example, here in 2023, we had this huge green candle, and ever since then, it's been up only. So it's reasonable to expect something similar, but it's not often the case. For example, here, there's also a huge green candle, and right after that, there's a range and a move down. So it's also possible that what we get here is we slightly range from here, and then we maybe get a move lower. But if we continue to go up, then let's turn on the Bitcoin rainbow wave. And here the next obvious target is the next rainbow line to the upside, which is the cyan. And you can tell how just a few weeks ago it has been a massive resistance at 82k. So it's a level that moves up over time, but right now it's at around 91k. And at the end of September, it's at around 94k. And notice how it very nicely lines up with the pink level here. And when you look at this pink level, it has been a very strong support in all of the past bull market. You can see the very important touches here. And once again, a strong support once broken down often becomes a strong resistance. So really this is the next most obvious area to the upside to look for a rejection. So anywhere between 89 and 93k. And once again, if we start to approach this area, or even if we start to break it and go even beyond, then I'll be sure to update you with the exact levels of tops and bottoms. So make sure to be subscribed and turn on notifications to not miss the next updates. And other than that, that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed this update and the explanations behind why this resistance is significant. And we'll see how this short goes, if we get stopped out or if we go lower as we expect to. So make sure to go take a look at the other videos on my channel. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one. That was Acro. Bye.